We're here with Mary Ann Maloney. She's running for Queens Civil Court Judge. Mary, it's great to talk to you, Mary Ann. And we last night we saw you at the Bayside Hills Civic Association's Candidates Night. You got out there and spoke, and you were very eloquent and very poised. So here you're running for Civil Court Judge. Tell us a little bit about the history and how you got here and why you want to do that.
I'm Mary Ann Maloney, and I'm running for Civil Court Judge. It's a county-wide race in Queens. So if you live in Queens and you register to vote, you can vote for me. My journey here has been very unconventional. As a child, I had an interest in running. Had an interest in being a judge.
So, as a child, you recognized judge as something that you had an interest in.
I did, and I'm not sure what really sparked that interest, but I do remember writing in my diary that I wanted to be a judge.
You wrote in your diary that you wanted to be a judge.
I was reading a book, I still see the books, it was a yellow book, and I wrote in the cover, I want to be a judge. And, but, as a child, I don't know. I really don't know where that thought came from, but it was there. And I always remembered that. But throughout my teenage years, high school, I had my teenage issues. And after high school, I really was not even going to pursue higher education until a mentor, my mentor, a lady in my church, asked me what was I going to do after high school. And I told her, I think I'm just going to go to cooking school because people thought I was a good cook. I was a really good baker. I got that from my dad. He was a great baker. And she said, I think you can do something else. I think that you have some leadership qualities, and I think that you could do something else. And how about applying to college? And I said, me? And I said, okay. And we went to NYU, we filled out the application, and I got accepted to NYU. And that started my journey. While at NYU, one of my professors, Eric Schneider, became a mentor and offered me a summer position doing research on his behalf. And so Eric is an attorney. And, I saw by watching him how he used his skills as an attorney to really influence the government, policies, procedures. And after about a year and a half of working with that project in the Mayor's Office of Children and Families, I decided I wanted to go to law school. And I applied, and I was accepted to Toro Law Center. At that time, we were housed in Huntington, New York. And I attended Toro, graduated, passed the bar, and guess what? Eric called me and said, hey, there's some jobs opening up in government, and would you be interested? And I said, I am actually. And I applied for a job with the Department of Homeless Services. And at that time, it was a new agency. It had separated from HRA, actually. And I went to work for the Emergency Assistance Unit, people who were applying for housing and emergency housing. And that was my introduction to administrative law. During those years, I represented the city of New York in administrative hearings, internal hearings, and external hearings to defend our decision with regard to someone's application for emergency housing. From there, I went on to become an administrative law judge, and that was a wonderful experience.